particularly within our demographic, you guys basically, younger folks, and college-age students, that kind of stuff. So, previously we had said we don't really need to, because it's just such a small percentage of the market. I think we've revisited that, so I think, as part of the, I can't give you dates, but, it is definitely a piece of the vision going forward to make Magic Online more inclusive across platforms. And then, I'm not going to get detailed, but I will say we're not going to just stop at Mac.
So tablets.
Like I said, not
I think maybe just one more, and then we gotta stop.
Mine was not Magic Online related, but I was curious. Seems like I would think most of us think of Magic as somewhat invincible, not truly, but it's been around so long and it's fought through plenty of other competitors and internal issues and whatever. How do you guys view competition as far as other games? Do you view them as beneficial?
Interesting question, Conley.
I do game design for a different company, but we look at Magic internally as basically essentially as a partner. I mean, like the things you do for us are good for the game overall. Like just getting gamers involved, getting people a friendly competition, if you will, the McDonald's Burger King type thing. I was just curious what the WotC view on that was. If it was like, yeah, we want the community to grow as a whole, that'll ultimately help us, or if it's like, because I assume you guys aren't scared of like dying or anything like that, because Magic's, like I said, nearly invincible.
It's hard for me to say what the corporate position is,
Or just your personal even.
because we're owned by a giant corporation that is, has all sorts of rules and things in place about what we're allowed to acknowledge and say. Personally, I do think, in general, that the rising tide lifts all ships. That if more people are playing games, that they will eventually find our game, and our game is really, really good. So,
Great example from Twitch earlier, right? I mean, those folks that are on to watch League of Legends are like, hey, what's this Magic thing? Like,
Yeah, or like I know Kibler's doing a lot of cross-promotional stuff between the two games, and there's just like, it seems like it's helping the community as a whole, at least from my perspective. I just didn't know.
even people who find Ascension or Soulforge when it comes out, those.
I think we have a niche that is pretty unassailable in the paper. There was a talk that Brian David Marshall, who also works for competitive game, Fifth Planet Games or whatever it is. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
sounds right.
We're obviously super attached to the guy and we use him for everything, even though he works for a company that makes games in a kind of adjacent space to ours. But he gave a talk at GDC this year and said, people have learned to stop. You cannot attack Magic in the paper space. Like they've just withstood that and conquered it. So I'm more comfortable with the existence of all these other games, knowing that we have we've withstood some pretty tremendous competition going up to this point.
Our
That
competition.
said, I mean,